It is the Riot Podcast. Happy Monday, May 16th to everybody.
Hopefully everybody had a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, hopefully your weekend was nice. And I know after the show today, it's going to be nice because Isaiah finally brought in his pancake mix.
I know, I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm starving right now, and so I'm ready to get in there and start cooking up.
That was supposed to be on Friday, so I don't know if you guys remembered it from last week, but Isaiah's mentioned that he wants to make some pancakes for like our after show snack after we get the podcast all ready, and we just didn't have a chance to on Friday, but today's the day.
Yeah, today's the day I'm gonna try to whip them up. I've never used this batter before. I haven't looked at the directions. Not even sure.
So you're prepared.
I have no idea if I even have all the ingredients.
Oh,
I
yeah.
assume it's just water, right? It's just water and
I can't believe you didn't just
batter.
buy the thing
you
you
need
pour.
the spray to like spray the.
Oh, yeah, you need
Oh,
butter
we
or
have
something.
that.
We do?
The butter.
I have no idea if we have. I know we have butter. That's the same thing, right?
Butter, I don't know if this will work with a pancake. I mean, it might be fine, but it's olive oil and sea salt butter.
Ooh, yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, it'll be great.
And it's buttery spread. It's not actually real.
Well, it depends because if you're using the waffle maker, you need a spray.
A spray and not just butter, you're thinking?
Probably.
Yeah.
You know what?
No, do we have spray?
How about this?
Well, you
Let
haven't-
us get in first and do our snacks, and then you take all the
And then
time
I'll
you
see you
need.
guys in 3 hours.
Yeah,
You
after
tell
you
us
run
when
to the
it's ready.
grocery store.
And get all my ingredients ready and then make my pancakes for my breakfast.
I don't want to be stuck behind you.
No, not at all. So yeah, we'll see when I get in there what I'm able to do. Maybe it won't be. Maybe it isn't time yet for the pancakes. Maybe it'll be a tomorrow thing. We'll see if I can pull it off or not.
Do you have a backup plan?
Yeah, I have toast. I
Oh.
I forgot. I can make toast, so I'm gonna be full today. Either way, I mean, if I can get a couple pieces of toast in me, I'm
He's
sure I'll
got
be
some
stuffed.
bread.
Yeah, I've got a couple pieces of bread.
Well, while you're getting ready to enjoy this podcast, may we recommend if you head over to RadioU Official on Instagram, you can see a nice pic of Isaiah's new mustache, which we talk about. I'm assuming it made it into the podcast
Oh,
today.
yeah. He's the star of the show today.
Okay.
Isn't that the best show? I love that show. But yeah, what's everybody think of the mustache overall? When I first came in, the first glance, was it like a laugh thing? Was it like a wow, look at that? Or was it like you can't take this seriously?
I just thought an accident happened because I can't tell like when guys choose like where do you end.
Oh, I don't
I
know.
think you should extend it out. You should have extended it more.
You think I should have brought it down more?
No, like out to
Oh, well,
where...
I just can't just do that.
What do you
It doesn't
mean?
grow out there. I mean, I wish I could
I
extend
want
it
you
out
to
more.
have a Waluigi mustache.
Yeah, I would love that one too, but I'm just not capable of doing that. But yeah, when I was shaving it, I was with my friend, and as I'm shaving it up, I'm like, I think I need to go a little bit higher. And then I was like, I think I need to go a little bit higher. And he's
I
like,
don't
dude, you
know
better
what you
stop.
guys do.
Or you're going to go too high. I was like, I don't really know where the cutoff point is for the mustache. But I just kind of guessed.
What if you did that other thing where you make it just like a little thin pencil line?
That's what I wanted you to do.
I know, but I don't. I have a full beard. You have just the mustache now. Might as well go with that.
if I
mean, you
came
have to at
in-
least try that before you completely shave.
Yeah.
it
If
off.
before
I
shave it
came
off.
in with that little thin line,
Oh, it'd be
no.
amazing.
could you guys even have me in here for the show? I feel like we couldn't take anything seriously.
Oh, I'd love it. Wouldn't it be great?
Oh no, I feel like if it wasn't in the handbook, I would put it in the handbook of a rule that you cannot have that
can't have
mustache.
You're not allowed to.
I think
it's
you
so,
would look
like,
great with that.
It's so like cringy feeling.
It's so
Why?
creepy.
No, it's just awful.
It's
Oh,
so
wow.
creepy.
There's somebody out there with that mustache, the
Our
pencil
That's
apologies.
mustache.
listening right
So
now. I'm
insulted.
sure you pulled off great. Way better
Yeah.
than I would. Yeah, so maybe before I shave it completely, I'll do that for one morning.
We didn't talk
It'd
about.
be so bad.
We've never talked about you. Like that was a conversation we had off air, right?
Yeah.
So I didn't get to say, Nikki. I think that if he were to do that, he doesn't dress the right way for that mustache.
Yeah.
He would have to wear
A
either
fedora.
a fedora and like Hawaiian shirts, or like a tuxedo with a bow tie.
Yeah, that could work.
It would have to be one of the. You can't just come in here wearing like a long sleeve
See,
t-shirt.
what do I need to wear with this? I didn't know if my apparel is matching or is this
a
good?
firefighter outfit?
I know. That just circles back to that was the very first thing someone said when they saw it. They're like, you kind of like a firefighter.
That's 100%
But not actually.
it.
You wear the hat, and you have like a navy blue t-shirt, and then the pants with suspenders.
Yep.
And that's it. You don't have the jacket.
Maybe I do need to shave this thing off.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can pull this off anymore.
Well, you guys need to give your opinions, your thoughts on it at RadioU Official on our Instagram. Make sure you're following us there. And, of course, the RadioU Riot on our Facebook page. And then everything else with the show revolves around the mustache, too.
Yeah, it's all in there. You'll enjoy it.
So
Yeah, it's
enjoy
good
the
stuff.
podcast today. Good luck on your pancakes.
We'll see. We have to find out tomorrow what happens if we even get a pancake.
Enjoy.
Or will it burn his mustache off?
Yeah, exactly. See you guys.
It is the riot.
Bye.
Don't say we didn't warn you. This is the worst of the riot.
Well, if you ever go to Rome, there's it's a great place to visit. I hear.
Yeah.
I've never gone.
I would love to go
It
there.
would be amazing to go visit. There's so many tourist attractions to keep you busy, and one of them is the Spanish Steps. You familiar with the Spanish Steps?
I believe so.
The Spanish Steps have been, obviously they're historic in many ways. They've been there for ages, but they've also been the backdrop for many famous movie scenes. You may remember, of course, this one, Nikki, the 1953 movie Roman Holiday with Audrey Hepburn.
I think I've seen it, but I think you would notice the steps if you saw a picture of them.
I'm not 100% sure, but I imagine they tap dance up and down the steps in that movie because it's from 1953.
It feels about right.
I don't know. Is that something Audrey Hepburn would do? But one thing you're not supposed to do on those steps is drive on them.
Oh, yeah, I assume that.
You assume that. I assume that. And now we know for sure. But this 37-year-old Saudi national did not assume that because he drove down them last week in a Maserati.
In his car?
Yeah, well,
Down the
it wasn't
steps?
his car.
Oh.
So he's a 37-year-old Saudi national. He rented a Maserati. I can't imagine it was solely for this purpose, but one of the things he did with it, one of the last things he did with it, was drive it directly down the first flight of steps there on the Spanish Steps, and it winds up getting stuck.
Oh, I was wondering. I couldn't tell by the security footage because then he just gets out of the car and it's like, well, because of the angle, is your car stuck or what? But yeah, he gets out of the car then like he's going to abandon the car.
Right. So yeah, apparently it's not like they show in the movies where you can just get whatever car and chug right down the steps like that.
Yeah, you can't.
Which that's what to me it feels like he was probably having his own little James Bond, Jason Bourne moment where he thought he saw the steps. He's got a cool luxury car. This is his chance.
Has he said anything? Like, was he just confused? If you go to a new town and you're in a rental car,
yeah, right.
You're
He
just
had an
not sure.
out-of-state plate.
Yeah, you happen to go down a few steps before you realize you made a wrong turn.
Yeah, I don't think he's given an
probably
explanation, but they did find this guy because they were able to identify the car from the security footage, and then from that they could tell that it was a rental. They talked to the rental company who gave them the guy, and so now they've charged him with aggravated damage to cultural heritage and monuments. You can tell he was aggravated, couldn't you?
You could when he gets out, like there's his hand shaking.
Right, yeah. Dang it.
So let's see. Some marble fragments were temporary. They had to reattach them for pedestrian transit.
Yeah, so if you're going this week, the steps aren't in their tip-top condition.
They say that the Spanish Steps are in Rome's most celebrated monuments. What else about it? 2015, they underwent a 2-year restoration costing $1.6 million.
So they have not said how much. Obviously, they're charging him with criminal charges, but does that mean he has to pay something back?
I don't know.
How much are they going to have to pay to fix those historic steps? That we do not know, or at least it's not covered here. But nevertheless, I just think the lesson is whether it's a historic set of steps or not, you see James Bond flying down stairways in his, I probably would be a Jaguar in the movies, but don't take that and try to apply it to real life because it's not going to work.
So you're saying it's not our fault because we're getting mixed messages.
Yeah, we are. They're showing us in movies that we can drive down steps and our cars will be unharmed. And the steps, too. Forget about the consequences to the steps. Turns out there are some consequences to both.
Not allowed.
It's the worst of the riot on RadioU.
Nikki, have you seen the latest TikTok challenge that is wreaking havoc on people's homes and property?
I feel like there's always a few challenges going on.
Yeah.
So you have to narrow it down.
It's a big TikTok. And in this case, it is the KoolAid Man challenge. Have you seen that?
Is that the one with the fences?
Yeah.
Why are people doing this?
Well, it looks fun, I have to admit. Sometimes you see the challenges that are going around and you're like, why would it... the milk crate challenge. Why even do that?
Mm-hmm.
That looked like it would hurt. Well, in this case, the KoolAid Man challenge, it looks like a lot of fun and it is exactly, if you haven't seen it, exactly what it sounds like. You, in many cases, it's one person. It's not just one person. It's a bunch of people a group of friends, and they'll all line up along a fence and all run full force into it
To kind of break through the fence.
break through, and then I'm sure they say, "Oh yeah!" once they get through.
I mean, I can see why people are doing
Yeah,
it.
see, it sounds fun, right? But it is not all it's cracked up to be because, of course, every fence that gets bowled over by the KoolAid Man challenge costs a lot of money to fix. In fact, particularly, they say it's taking off in the Omaha, Nebraska area.
Yeah, it's
There's
where
not a lot else to do.
Well, this one guy, it's well known there because he woke up and his dogs were gone.
Yes.
And he was like, "Hey, what happened to my fence?"
Right.
And apparently, some people had done the KoolAid Man challenge and busted through their fence and didn't realize they had dogs in there.
Yeah.
So the dogs got out. So not only did he have a hard time finding his pets, but he also had a broken fence.
Yeah. So that's what you have to take into account is that you're not just. Obviously, you shouldn't do this just because it costs somebody else a lot of money.
It was $800 for him to fix his fence.
But they were saying that, like in some of the other videos, they say one of them $3,500 to get the fence fixed. Now, I wonder. I would hope maybe in a lot of cases that covered by some kind of insurance. I sure hope so.
Not sure.
Otherwise, I'm just, I guess I'm going no fence.
Maybe if you make a police report about it for like vandalism, then maybe it kind of works.
Yeah, but they say...
They say vinyl pricing is more than doubled because of the pandemic and with everything costing so much money.
It's really taken off now, with the, it's a resurgence, the vinyl. It's a much better sound quality.
So they're saying that for some people's fences to repair the KoolAid Man challenge part where people busted through, it's more expensive to fix that tiny little part than it is to put in the whole fence because it's so much more expensive.
Right. And in some cases, again, in some of the ones we're seeing, it's so many people running through, it basically does take down the whole fence anyways. So I would like to see, though, because these videos we're seeing, it actually works. They're running through. It has to be the right kind of fencing, right? It has to be vinyl fencing. I want to see somebody that doesn't quite get that
and
try to run through a wooden fence or something like that and just completely, basically run into a brick wall. That would be amazing. That would put an end to the challenge.
Do the KoolAid Man challenge through your own fence.
Yeah. Or the KoolAid Man challenge just could be seeing who can do the best impression. Oh, yeah.
See,
where's mine?
That's good.
Pretty good, right?
I think that's pretty high. You need to put a little bit more energy, though.
A little more?
Tiny bit more, like you were rushing.
Oh, yeah. But I guess that's why you have to also run through a fence.
It helps.
Because it really gets you in the right mindset. Well, now this guy is also saying with the lost his dogs, he thinks that the kids doing it should face like criminal charges. And
should have to pay back for it.
Yeah, so another thing to watch out for. Just don't go bowling over other people's property.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The worst of the riot. Radio U.
Well, we had something else we were going to talk about, but this is the first time we're seeing Isaia face to face today.
Good morning, Isaia.
And
Good
there's
morning.
A little something less on his face if you've been keeping track, but also still noteworthy. Isaia now has a mustache.
Hey!
Doesn't it look good?
Oh, I miss
It
your
looks pretty
beard, though.
good.
How come you decided to get
I
rid
like
of
the
it?
beard too.
See, I like the beard as well, but then just over the course of the weekend, yesterday, I just decided it was gonna be gone. I woke up Sunday morning and I was like, it's time to just change it up. I gotta do something different, mix it
Is
up.
it getting too hot out?
Clean slate, just like do something new. So yesterday I asked my brother, I was just gonna trim it actually. My beard was getting really kind of thick, so I was gonna trim it down and make it short. And so I didn't have like an electric razor. So I asked my brother, I'm like, can I borrow yours? He's like, yeah, but the thing is, like, I don't really have any guards, so like if you're gonna do it, you're gonna have to just shave it off.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like, all right, I'll just shave it off. Then I started shaving, and then obviously, usually you leave the mustache for the last thing to shave off.
Yeah.
And so I started shaving everything off, and I'm like, maybe I should just keep the mustache. Maybe I should just keep it. And then I ended up just keeping the mustache, and so far, it's gotten pretty rave reviews.
Yeah, so what do you think? Is it?
It does feel like when guys like you, it's like the stepping stone thing of
Right.
your beard to the whatever to the different types of mustaches. But I feel like you were like going to keep going, but now you just have a mustache.
I know. It took a long time to get my beard to the point that it was where it actually looked good. And then once it started looking good, I just shaved it and made it into a mustache.
No, but it makes sense that you would stick with the mustache after shaving the beard because growing the mustache and having the mustache slowly come in on its own.
It's terrible.
That would look horrible. I mean, you've tried it before. It looked ridiculous. But if you grow everything out at once, it looks a lot less ridiculous, and then you could shave it off. So that made a lot of sense. So what do you think? You're going to keep this long term, or
I
what?
don't know. See, I posted on my Instagram yesterday like a picture of me with the mustache, which for many people was very shocking. And my comment was, I said the mustache is temporary. ... unless
everybody likes it
and then everybody started texting me. They're like, the mustache should be permanent. And so it's just one of those things. I don't know. I knew I'd come in today with it. It could be gone tomorrow. It could hang around. I just haven't decided yet. I just need to get some reviews on it, see what people think, and then I'll let it go.
Dude, it's not Yelp. You don't need reviews.
I need reviews because I think I look goofy with it, but at the same time I kind of like it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it cool goofy or what?
Yeah, exactly. We don't know. We have no idea. So.
I feel that one, I think you definitely look 100% like a sleazy cop, or maybe
Everybody
not
said
even a cop.
firefighters. What I've gotten so
There
far.
you sure that works too. Yeah,
So I've gotten a lot of firefighter vibes here.
Well, you definitely got to bring
my
it back
gosh,
for
that's so true.
Halloween at least.
Oh yeah.
But the other thing is, like, when you had a beard, it fit you a lot, and now with the mustache, I think you look more like a middle schooler trying to look grown up a little bit.
With the mustache, I have a full mustache.
Yeah, right.
I look like a middle schooler now.
No,
You
firefighter vibes is totally it.
You could be like the kid that his dad hasn't taught him to shave yet, but his mustache is coming in, like, really, because when you're a child, that's the first thing that comes in.
It's the mustache.
Yeah, so I don't know. You have a little bit of that going on.
Why don't we just give him a bit and see how it, you'll get used to it just like everybody got used to Isaiah having a beard.
Yeah, exactly. When I first had a beard, you're like, this is so weird. And now if I just hang around with this mustache long enough, you'll be like, he just has a mustache now. I don't know.
I just never see anybody with just a mustache.
See, my dad has rocked a mustache since I've known him.
Yeah.
He's always had a mustache since he was like 20 years old, and he had like a really thick mustache. And so I was like, well, I mean, I look just like my dad, so I'm sure I can pull it off if he can.
I think you can pull it off. I just don't know if it looks better than the beard.
You just can't decide which one you like better?
Yeah, right.
Well, just
But
wait till
it's
tomorrow
not-
when I shave it all off, and you're like, well, I guess clean shaven. Maybe
I'll
it pulls that
definitely
off
be
the best.
disappointed.
Let's be supportive, Hudson, because it's not our thing. It's
Why don't
him.
you also rock a mustache with me?
I've tried that before.
I'm sure it looked good. You have a full mustache.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want to sit here with two guys with two
I
mustaches.
do. I want that to happen
I
so
do not.
bad.
I'd like us to say pass on that.
I don't know. It's tempting.
Isn't it tempting?
Shave to a mustache in solidarity.
Your beard will grow back so fast. That's what I said. I was like, it'll just grow back if I want it to grow back.
That's a good point.
You guys are so funny.
Then I'd have to go then I'd have to go clean shaven to reset
For
everything.
like a week, you'd be fine.
But that's a horrible, horrible week for me. I don't know. We'll think about it.
That's a possibility. Well, I'll post a pic of Isaiah. If you follow us at Radio U Official, I'll post it up on our Instagram or Radio U on Facebook, and then you can tell him what you think he should do with it.
And you'll see it in our food fight coming up in about 45 minutes as well.
Because remember, Isaiah, really, if it gets down to it, it's not up to us, it's up to the listeners.
I know.
If they like you
They're
in a
going to say,
mustache.
keep the mustache or we got to get rid of this thing right now.
This is Radio U's Worst of the Riot.
Well, it turns out that I wasn't the only one with an eventful weekend over the weekend.
I think your dryer breaking is not the same as Isaiah's.
My dryer broke.
Incredible weekend. I mean, I didn't know that you were going to go off like
Do
that.
you know that's why he's mad when he hears about your weekends? Because that's what happens to him, and you're out golfing.
Hudson's like, it was a pretty exciting weekend for me, actually.
I hung my clothes up all over my house. But no, I did.
What score did you get for that?
Yeah, I know.
I did. I got out in the pool and I did.
Now he's really talking it up. He's talking it up.
Does this make it sound better if I say I did some gardening?
No,
Hudson's like, actually, I gardened too, and I was swimming in my pool.
Yeah.
and it's awful because you're like, well, did you have friends over to do all that?
No. I was just solitude out
Well, that's
there.
why we enjoy, especially on Mondays, we come back and we hear what Isaiah did. And he's always doing something fun.
And so not only did Isaiah shave off his beard and move into mustache land, you also went golfing?
I did. I went golfing on Saturday. It was a beautiful day out.
It was a great day for golf.
Oh, it was wonderful. And I went with some of my friends. And
he has friends.
I went with 3 friends, and it was a good thing they were there because we talked I don't know, a couple weeks back, a month back. I don't know how long ago was Easter. I don't even know anymore. But we talked about if your parents got you gifts for Easter, right?
Yeah.
And my mom had got me a summer-themed basket that had swim trunks in there, sunglasses, and sunscreen. So as an adult, when I went golfing, I knew it was going to be sunshiny out. And so I brought sunscreen for like one of the first times that I remember to bring sunscreen, something important like this. That way I wouldn't burn.
Yeah.
And so as we're getting ready to go like to the first tee box, like we're getting our clubs set, I got my glove, I'm strapping her on, I'm ready to go. I'm like, oh, let me put on this sunscreen, you know, because I'm a responsible adult, I don't want to burn. And so I start spraying the sunscreen my mom bought me on my arms, and immediately when I first sprayed, I was like, this looks off. Like, this looks kind of weird. I don't know what this is. And so I'm like wiping it on, and I spray it just all over my face. And then I grab like my driver. I walk out to the tee box because before that, my friend's like, oh, did you bring sunscreen? I was like, yeah. They're like, okay. After you get done using it, like, can we use it? I was like, absolutely, yeah. I walk out to the tee box. And I just see everyone's eyes look at me. And they're like, what did you just do? And I was like, what do you mean, what did I just do?
It's sunscreen.
And they go, your face, it's so dark. They said, and I'm like already, like I have a decent tan on me right now. But they said, your face, it looks so dark. I say, what did you just put on your face? And I like put up my camera, I turned it around. And I realized after looking back at the sunscreen, it was like a heavy bronzer. So my face looked it was like a self-tanner that was built into this SPF 15. And I was it was one of the worst things I think has ever happened to me.
Well, you're glowing today. You got a good amount of sun.
I know, I got a good amount of tan. And then after that, I asked my friends, I'm like, so, anybody want it? And everyone's like, I think we're going to burn. I'd rather be red. And so, thankfully, but I did wear it the whole time because I was like, I need to protect my skin.
Yeah. And what are you going to do then?
Yeah, exactly. So I was just pretty tanned up. So I just looked extra tan, but when I first put it on, it was like it was just so dark. It was unreal. It looked crazy.
You've never used the bronzer before then?
I've never used bronzer before because it looked like I had put on a fake tan.
Sure.
Like it looked so I looked like an Oompa Loompa. It was like it was very orange and it looked really, really bad. And so as my friends, I walked out there, I could tell right away. I was like, why are they looking at me like that? Like what happened?
They're jealous of you.
They're like, what did you just put on? Why did you just spray tan yourself with orange?
You think you can pull that off if you just did it at home beforehand though?
Spray tan?
If I spray tan before and then came out, not that color. The color did not fit me. It was like a very orangish color. It looked like I got a terrible spray tan. Like if I walked into work today and I sprayed that on before I walked in, you guys would have been like, what did you do? Like, why did you do that to yourself?
With the spray tanner stuff, you're supposed to wash it off after a while. But
yeah, I didn't do that.
Not if you're out golfing.
It was a direct spray on, wipe it into my face, and then walk straight out to the tee box.
It would be all patchy looking too.
That's what they said. They said about halfway through the day, I was like splattered with orange. So that I just looked I looked even worse. It looked really bad.
Well, that's what you get for, first off, your mom gives you a lovely Easter basket that's summer themed.
Hey, we were ready to roll, and I thought I was doing the right thing. I'm like, oh, I got the sunscreen going. I'm like, I'm going to look so tan.
Protecting your skin.
I'll tell you this, my arms looked incredible. I looked so tan, but on my face, my face looked so orange.
You were pretty pale, which is why she was giving you the tan.
I didn't know that she was trying not to get me tan, but give me fake tan. I didn't know.
So what are you going to do with it now?
Oh, I'm using it.
What do you mean? You just said you can't pull it off.
See, but I can pull it off I can pull it off. I think I can wear it everywhere except for my face. It's the only place I can't wear it. Because my face already has like a red tint to it, so then it looks very orange. But on my arms, I just look like a nice like golden tan.
Oh, you know what'd be nice is put it right below your neck so you can see the line.
The line? I'll start wearing it every day to work. You guys are like, why does Isaiah look so tan? It's because he's spray tanning every single morning.
But he's protecting his face.
And he smells like sunscreen. I don't really know. He's wearing this new cologne or something.
Well, you're just trying to look your best.
Yeah, exactly. So if you see me walking around with an orange face, know that I'm just wearing sunscreen.
Aw, that was from his mom.
Yeah.
Nice job.
While he's golfing with his friends.
Well, how was your score?
Oh, terrible. Reflected my look.
Yeah.
How could you play in such conditions?
Yeah, exactly. After I was so razzled after that, I mean, how could you expect me to swing the club?
You'll be better next time.
Couldn't get in the right zone.
Find more Riot content online. Riot.radiou.com.
What do you say we add a little romance to the show?
Ooh.
How about a marriage proposal?
Aw, that's sweet.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not proposing to you.
Well, I know that. You know, sometimes it's nice to be asked,
yeah,
all right?
Yeah, it's nice to be able to have the option.
But thanks anyways.
No, we have a guy from South Korea. His name is Sang-hoon Lee. And he proposed to his girlfriend in interesting fashion over the weekend. He proposed directly after winning the Red Bull Paper Wings Paper Plane Aerobatics competition.
Red Bull does that?
Yeah,
It's a
apparently.
paper airplane thing?
At a hangar in Salzburg, Austria. This guy was in the aerobatics category. He won first place, and directly after winning, he
and again, not real planes. Well, okay, I don't want to minimize, but
they're real.
They're real, but it's
made out of paper
airplane. So he's an aerobatic player for that.
And so after he won the golden plane or whatever they give, he proposed with a golden plane to his girlfriend,
Cute.
who of course said yes.
Well, aren't you glad he won then?
Yeah, that would be a tough. Either he would have had to completely nix the whole proposal if he came in second place, or just wouldn't have had the same push to it. I wonder if this was, him coming in first place felt like it gave him the justification to be able to propose to her, because all this time she probably thought she's probably talking to Shang Hoon. She's like, "You're wasting your life. Why do you keep making those dumb paper airplanes? When are you going to grow up and we can start a life together?"
Well, he's
so finally he's able to say, "Yeah, I came in first place. It all paid off."
He can do it. He's actually in real life a science teacher, and then he just does this. But it's really, really sweet if you see it. He had 60 seconds to perform. I need to watch the video.
Yeah, I want to see this too, because it sounds ridiculous.
I think he performs as well.
What do you
I
mean?
think they perform with the paper airplane.
Yeah, that's what I think. He says, because they have like the longest.
It's a routine.
There's 3 different categories. He was in the aerobatics, but like the other ones are ones that make sense. Longest distance. Obviously, you just see how far you can throw a plane. Longest air time, how long it'll float. And then aerobatics. And they say it was a 60-second routine, which makes it sound like he was throwing it under his leg and it would flip around and he'd catch it. And
Kind
then
of like
he'd throw it straight up. I don't even know what kind of routine you would do, but it sounds ridiculous.
It feels like the like a rhythmic gymnastics sort of thing, but with paper airplanes.
He said he's been practicing for a year.
I have to watch the video
for a year.
I know, but
I understand why his girlfriend might have had reservations.
Well, it's cute that he still proposed.
Yeah, I'm glad that it worked out.
And we need to learn more about aerobatic paper airplanes, which is big enough that Red Bull did their thing with it.
You imagine you want to meet up with your boyfriend for let's go on a date, let's go out, let's go get some dinner, and meanwhile he's just in the back. Sorry, babe, can't. And he's throwing paper airplanes and like doing dances and whatever.
They've had the argument where she said, "You care about paper more than me."
Yes, exactly. But finally, and then imagine if he did all that and then came in like third place.
Oh, well, he won and he was able to propose, and I believe she said yes.
And congratulations on both the marriage and the paper plane
and
win.
the winning.
It's a big moment.
Thanks for watching the worst of the riot. Since you made it this far, you might as well like, subscribe, and check out riot.radiou.com for even more riot.